or need me to flip it to the other angle?
If you could flip it, that'd be great. Because you have such a beautiful background. I don't want people to miss anything. And let me introduce you in Polish first. Drodzy słuchacze, drodzy widzowie Trzeciej Połowy, jest z nami Henrym Hynoskim, którego znam już 9 lat. Jest to zdobywca Super Bowl z 2012 roku. Występował wówczas w barwach New York Giants. Dzisiaj już jest w stanie spoczynku. Porozmawiamy za chwilę o tym, co teraz robi, a także porozmawiamy o tym, co czuł wtedy, kiedy zdobywał największe trofeum w lidze zawodowej NFL. Henry, welcome, man. It's been a while. It's been what is it, 9 years since we last spoke, and we had so many plans. I don't know if you remember, but we were trying to build up the Polish community behind you as a Polish Super Bowl winner. How's everything?
Everything's wonderful. Living an amazing, blessed life, and I'm just so grateful to be in the position where I'm at today. And it's awesome to reconnect with you and the Polish community. I'm so proud of my heritage, and everything that the Polish community has given to me over the years. So I'm so thankful, and thank you for having me on again.
No problem. Listen, like I told you offline, this is going to be the first year that Polish national TV is going to be broadcasting a Super Bowl. Too bad you're not playing anymore, but we're going to have Rob Gronkowski, who you know pretty well, and who goes by the Polish Prince of New England.
Yeah.
Henry, but when you were playing, you also had a Polish nickname, Polish Plow, and Polish. What was the other one?
The Polish Hammer.
The Polish Hammer. There you go. The Polish Hammer. Which one did you like better? Which one you connected with more?
Either one is good. I've had a lot of nicknames over the years, but I'm partial to the ones that contain my heritage. Hynoski was the big one in the New York area, but really the Polish Plow and the Polish Hammer started when I was in college, because I went to the University of Pittsburgh, and there's a strong Polish community out there, and that's really where it started. So it kind of picked up from there. So they always hold a special place in my heart, both of them.
Right, and Pittsburgh is the area where you tend to gravitate, because you were born in that area, you went to high school there, you went to college there, and now after spending X amount of years in NFL, you went back to Pennsylvania. Can you share with us, what are you doing right now? I know that you're a high school coach, and also you're a dean of students.
Yeah, dean of students. It's an assistant principal role. So when I was done in the NFL, I went back to school, and I got 2 master's degrees in education. I actually worked for the New York Giants for a little bit, in pro personnel and public relations and scouting and things like that. But it was my ultimate goal in life to come back home. And I had so many wonderful experiences that football brought me. I really wanted to do it in an impactful way, to spread those experiences. And I thought no better way than to share that with the youth and have an impact on them at the middle school and high school level. So I feel like I'm doing a really good job with that, not just as a football coach, but also as an educator, and helping kids get on the path in life to help them succeed.
That sounds lovely. I have a question in regards to your football position with the school. Do you use fullback in your lineup?
I have a fullback in every play, Tomac. Every single play.
Awesome. Awesome.
Even if we're third and long.
Yeah, I expected that. Any good prospects? Do you think you're gonna groom anyone to have a similar career as yours?
I'm always hoping. There's a young kid coming up that's in 8th grade. He's going to be a freshman in high school this year, and he's got all the physical attributes and all the intangibles. So I'm hoping he might be the one to go all the way. So we'll see. I had a couple kids go to big colleges, a couple kids go to smaller colleges to continue their football career. So either way, whether they go for football or academics, we just want to see kids get into college and give themselves the best chance they can succeed in life in any capacity, not just sports.
Take me back to your draft days, because you were considered the hottest prospect, the hottest fullback in your position coming to the draft. Then there was this injury. Then it was a little hassle with the draft. But take me to what did you experience? What was your journey like going through the draft, knowing that I'm about to enter the NFL, and then kind of maybe holding yourself back? If you don't mind touching on that a little bit.
Sure. Yeah. Like you said, I was one of the top-rated fullbacks coming out of college into the draft. I was predicted to go anywhere from, could have been the end of the 3rd round, 4th round on. And at the combine, I got injured. So I wasn't, and, it definitely affected my draft stock. I was not able to compete in my pro day because of my injury. So I ultimately ended up going undrafted. It was a day filled with a bunch of emotion. Ultimately, it was a sad day. Wasn't able to sign with the team on that day as a free agent simply because of the NFL lockout. Teams weren't allowed to sign, so I had to wait and train 3 more months until the lockout ended, not knowing when or if that was going to happen. So it was, I was down at times and, upset, but I ultimately used it as more motivation to train even harder to be able to reach my goal. And finally, when the lockout ended, I had about 18 teams call, and I ultimately decided that the New York Giants were going to be my home. And that year, we obviously went on to win the Super Bowl, but I made the team, became a starter, and we played the Super Bowl on that same field where I got injured at the combine. So the moral of the story is never give up. Just keep striving, even when things look grim in the face of everything. And that's the moral of the story. Keep driving and keep pushing no matter what, because you never know what can happen.
What a great story. What a great story. What a great testament of your character, of your charisma, of your perseverance. But also, I noticed that you have a helmet in a case behind you. Is that the one from the Super Bowl, perhaps?
It's just a regular helmet. My helmet from the Super Bowl and my jersey in full uniform is on display in my basement. But I do have my Super Bowl ring here, so I can show you that.
Awesome. Now we're talking.
So there's the.
There you go, guys. Look at this Super Bowl ring. Super Bowl ring. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. So take me through it. Take me through what did it feel to put it on?
Honestly, I don't wear it too often because I only really wear it for special occasions. Because after we won, I got a scare. I was at a wedding. I was a groomsman in my friend's wedding, and we're all on the dance floor. It was an outside wedding. It was 105 degrees out, and I'm dancing around, sweating, and then I kind of did a twist, and the ring goes flying off my hand onto the stone ground, and music stopped, and everybody just stopped and kind of gasped, and I picked it up, and I looked at it, and I was like, "It's okay," and everyone started cheering. And of course, at the wedding, of course, had a couple adult beverages, and was loose with the ring, and I was letting people carry it around, and it actually went missing for like an hour and a half. I didn't know where it was. It was somewhere around the party, and somebody came back and was like, "Hey, this is your ring. Do you want this back?" I was like, "Yeah, I think I'll take it back now." So I don't really, wear it out been ever since then, because I realized how precious it is.
Henry, that's another great story. I wanted to show you something as well, and something that's been in my possession and in my case for a long time. I don't know if you remember it, but this is your ball.
Oh wow! Yes,
signed by
yes,
you.
I do remember.
Signed by you. You gave it to me because, like we said, we try to build that Polish fire behind you. But
and here
listen, if you don't mind, because you weren't just an average participator in that Super Bowl. You caught for 19 yards. You recovered that fumble. You did contribute a lot to that massive win over the Patriots. Tell me, could you sleep before that because that was the biggest day in your career, biggest game of your career. Absolutely. Could you sleep? Like how was it? How was it mentally? You know, there was a media week. Then were you able to focus on the game? And then take me through the game itself.
You know what? I'm so happy it happened the way that it did. The whole week was honestly, it was chaotic, but everything happened so fast, from the lockout ending to me having to report to New York, to getting immediately in the training camp, to being a starter. Everything happened so fast. It was just almost like, wow, this is how it's supposed to be. I'm supposed to be in the Super Bowl. I don't even think it really hit at the time till afterwards, after the game was over and you were just finally sitting back and reflecting on it, just because everything happened so fast. And I don't even think during the time I really realized the magnitude of it. When you watch it, year after year afterwards, you start thinking like, wow, this is a pretty huge deal. So,
unless you're Tom Brady, right?
Like, he's doing is amazing. I can't even fathom that. But yeah, so I'm just so glad it happened and worked out the way that it did. Because, any time you get to think about the magnitude of it, the more pressure it puts on you. It just kind of happened and was so fast and went boom, boom, boom. You didn't even have time to think about it. So it worked out great.
Awesome. And like you said, this was a roller coaster season for you because it started off high, then it was the lockout injury, then it ended with the most beautiful way. But take me through what happened later on, because we know what happened with the Giants. But what happened with you? We internally we spoke about your fullback position. That's why I was asking about how often do you utilize fullback with your high school team. But you're 32 and you've been out of that game. You look like you could still be in the game. So first of all, do you miss it? Second of all, did you have any regrets that you're not in it anymore? What do you think? What are your thoughts on that?
I miss it every single day. Unfortunately, after the Super Bowl, I had a great second season. Was starting to become recognized as one of the best in the game at the position. Then I sustained a severe knee injury, severe shoulder injury, rehab back, came back, played a few more years. Then I just kind of got caught in that shuffle of the fullback being extinct from the NFL. And, I would, if it was up to me, I'd play till I was 100 years old, and I'd still be playing, if they didn't really kind of eliminate the position. I just kind of got caught in that shuffle. But ultimately, I'm glad that I did. I'm glad that I'm finished, because I'm impacting football in another way right now. And honestly, my injuries got the best of me physically. At this point, I wouldn't be able to play anymore from a physical standpoint. And, the greatest gift in my life is my wife and my two children. I have a 3-year-old son, and we just had a daughter 3 weeks ago. And that's
congratulations.
Thank you. And that's my life right now. And I need to be there for them. I need to be healthy for them. And I couldn't imagine traveling and going away to, other cities and stuff. I can't stand being away from my kids when I go into work. I can't imagine being away from them for a night or two at a time traveling. So that's my life now, and I'm so happy with where I'm at. And nothing could ever replace that. And that took having them took my void of not having football.
So thanks for sharing that. So I guess something that happened to Rob Gronkowski, who came out of retirement, is not in your plan.
No, I am 100% done. Like I said, physically, I wake up every day sore and banged up, and I'm very happy with where I'm at in my life right now and the impact I'm having on football to other kids that have college and the NFL and their sites are just happy to play high school football. And I look forward to grooming my son if he ever wants to play football. That's totally up to him. It's his choice. I'll be happy if he was, an academic or a baseball player, whatever he wants to do to make him happy. But if he wants to play football, I'm going to teach him everything I know.
I was gonna ask that question because what about Laura? Is she on board with that? Is she gonna let Hudson pick football if he likes to?
If that's in his genes and that's what he wants to do, she would absolutely love for him to do that. We're not gonna force or push him either way. We're gonna let him find his own way with whatever he wants to do athletically, academically, for extracurricularly, whatever he wants to do. But I think it's safe to say at this point he's going to play football.
Henry, I lost you for a second. Can you repeat the last part when you said that it's safe to assume that he's gonna play football?
Oh yeah, it's definitely safe to say he's gonna be a football player because every single day he asks me to play catch or he wants to tackle me or wants me to tackle him. It's in his blood. He loves it. He sees the pictures and videos and stuff of me playing, and he just loves it. He thinks it's the coolest thing, and it's going to happen.
Okay. So we know, thank you for the full disclosure. We know that you're teaching him football and I know 3-year-old, it's a terrific age. You probably have more fun than he does with him. But do you teach him Polish? Do you teach him remember those couple of words that you shared with me 9 years ago? Is there any like right now with Duolingo, you can learn Polish basically everywhere.
You know what? That's the goal. I'm not great with my Polish. I want to get better. My wife is actually 100% Spanish, so she teaches him Spanish every single day. So he actually can speak and hear and understand what we're saying in both languages. So once he gets those completely, both 100% down pat, then we'll move on to a little Polish.
Exactly. Don't forget Polish. Listen, if he can learn Polish, he can learn any language in the world. That's no doubt about that. Henry,
dad's side, they're going to have to teach him a little more Polish. They know a little more than I do, so I'm going to leave that up to.
I remember from our previous conversation. Talk to me about tonight. First of all, what did you think about this season with the pandemic? Like everybody had so many doubts that the games are going to be canceled, and it's just it's not going to work out. It's not like NBA did the bubble. It's not like other leagues try to do clusters. Everything traveled. It was almost like a real season. And here we are, Super Bowl Sunday. So tell me about what were your thoughts during the season, and then move on to who do you see as a favorite tonight?
I'm just glad that there was a season. Even at the high school level, we were not sure if we were going to play football. People need football. It's kind of football season is kind of the heartbeat of America, and it's so huge over here, and it brings so much happiness and joy, not just to the players, but to the citizens in general. It would be hard to imagine a season without it, and I thought everything went as good as it possibly could have went. Tonight, obviously, I think it's going to be a great game. A legendary quarterback and an up-and-coming quarterback that is going after his records. So it's hard to go against Tom Brady. I would like to say I'm one of the few people on the planet that ever beat Tom Brady. So I'm going to be pulling for the Bucks tonight, just simply for that reason only. And you can never bet against Tom Brady. And so they have my prediction for tonight to get the win.
So give me a scoreline. Give me a prediction. You think it's going to be all offense? Because people are thinking that it's going to be a high-scoring game, 45-37. What do you think?
I'm going to go 31-27 Buccaneers.
Okay.
I like that's been staying in my head for a couple of days now, so we'll see.
Okay, terrific. So we're going to have a new king in the NFL, and we have a Polish king in somewhere in Pennsylvania. Where exactly in Pennsylvania are you?
A small town called Elysburg. The state capital is Harrisburg. I'm about an hour and 15 minutes north of the state capital. Yeah, so I'm actually closer to New York than Pittsburgh. I'm 4 hours east of Pittsburgh, 2.5 hours southwest of New York.
Okay, terrific. Listen, Henry, terrific to see you. You look in shape. You look great, and I know that you do have those knocks when you wake up in the morning. I'm glad that you found your purpose after the NFL career, because a lot of people struggle with this. You seem like you're enjoying every day. It was awesome to have you here, and I hope that we connect in the future. I'm maybe we didn't build up a following for you as a player, but maybe we'll build a following for you as a Polish football analyst.
All right, sounds good. Thank you so much for reaching out. It's always a pleasure. I've considered you a friend for a while, so it's always good to continue the friendship, and we'll talk soon, buddy.
Thank you, sir. And congrats again on the little one. Say hi to Laura.
I will. Thank you so much. Take care.
Bye.